Your future self is always guiding you. You're always being led by something greater than yourself. And if you clicked on this video, then you needed that reminder. And that's exactly what this video, through a very magical story, is going to remind you. That you are always being led, even in those moments when you feel like you are not, like you feel hopeless. Even in those moments, you are being led by something greater than yourself. And so, with that, I want to say that today is August 19th, and August 19th to me is a very special day. It is a very special day because it is the day a few years ago that the title for my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, came to me. And I'm going to talk more about that story in this video. And first, I'm going to read the about the book from my book that tells that story, and then I'm going to elaborate on it. And this is a story that reminds you that you are always being led, that your future self, something greater than you, is always guiding you. It is a story about connecting with your intuition, about following your intuition, a story of how by following your intuition, sometimes magical things align so beautifully that it takes your breath away, that you truly could not have thought of it. It truly is something so magical that you know it is divinely orchestrated by God, by something greater than you, because of just the beauty of it, the powerfulness of it, the magnitude of it. There we go. Not, yeah, the magnitude of it. And also a story that is going to remind you of the love that you are, the wholeness of a whole beautiful soul human that you are exactly that, that you are love. So let me read the about the book from my book, I Saw You in the Sunset. I Saw You in the Sunset was inspired by the last poem in the collection. I remember sitting in my backyard watching the sunset and telling myself that I would gift that poem to the person I loved. On August 19th, 2023, a day I will always remember, I was sitting in my room, and that's when I knew I wanted to write a book. I was thinking of what it could be titled, and I randomly remembered the poem and the intention it was written with, and it hit me. I would gift myself that poem because I could finally speak out loud that I loved myself. Tears filled my eyes as I felt myself to be love, a feeling I was separated from for so long. I knew I had to look at when I wrote that poem, and it was written on August 19th, 2022, exactly a year before. I like to think that was my future self knowing that I would come to a place of love before I consciously did. So let's take a moment to just sit with that. Like, to me, that was such an important moment that each time I think about it, I'm just filled with this feeling of awe. Because I vividly remember writing that poem, watching the sunset. I was here in my backyard where I'm filming this, over there, watching the sunset. There's the most beautiful sunsets in my backyard, and I get to see them. And when I wrote the poem, which you can read the poem, the last poem in my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, in my book, so you can check it out down below. I remember writing that poem and feeling just this, like, this hole within me that I just wanted someone to love, to be able to gift that poem to someone I love. And then for me to remember the poem exactly a year later and be like, "Oh, I'm going to title it I Saw You in the Sunset," remembering that poem and knowing that I wanted this book to be something about love, and then remembering the poem, reading it, seeing the date that it was exactly a year before, feeling myself to be love, and knowing that I can gift myself that poem, that I don't have to search for that love externally. And loving others is so beautiful. It is a wonderful, we are here to love others, but only when it comes from truly that place of overflow, not desperately clinging on to others to fill a void within us. Only by truly filling ourselves from the inside are we able to give the greatest love to others, a love that is unconditional, a love that is also pure, a love that isn't in any way a form of trying to fill ourselves from the outside in, but truly one that comes from the inside. This fullness, this beauty. And so coming to that place and remembering that poem and it being exactly a year before, like the timeline of that just shows the magic and the divinity of such an occurrence. For me to at one point feel so empty on the inside, and then coming to that place of wholeness and seeing that even in the moment that I wrote that poem and felt empty, I was never truly empty. It was just the illusion of my mind, because all time is existing all at once. And so even in the moment where I felt my mind wanted to put this filter on me that I was empty, I was still the whole love being that I am, that I was when I was born, that I was even in that moment. It was just the illusions of my mind not allowing me to see it. And so to me, that shows just the beauty of being led by something greater than you. And I say future self because yes, that future version of me knew I would I would awaken to the consciousness of love within me. And that future self was guiding me. But that future self is also that part of me that is in connection with God. My intuition, the voice of God within my heart that is whispering, that sees more, that knows more. That is what was truly guiding me. And that is what is always guiding you as well. Sometimes the steps might not seem logical because if you think about it, I just wrote that poem and I had the thought that I would give it to someone I love, not knowing that in the future, some time later, which time, like I said, it's a silly thing when you actually think about it, that I would not I would give the poem to myself because I am now a person I love. And like I said, loving others is beautiful when it comes from that place of overflow. And the beautiful thing is now with my book, not only is it a testimony of coming to a place of love, of re-remembering my love within me, but now I use it to awaken others to their inner love. And the beautiful thing is that I do gift this book to all the people I love, to you, to the souls that need the remembrance of awakening to love, to the souls in my personal life, to family, to friends. I love having a piece of me, a piece of my heart that I can gift to people I love. But it does come from a place of overflow. It comes from a place of feeling myself to be loved and wanting everyone in this world to feel what I felt in that moment. And I'm tearing up saying this. So it was a beautiful, magical moment that I truly wish everyone to feel. A moment of such fullness, a moment of such wholeness, a moment of such connection with something greater than yourself, a moment of such connection with God, God, which is that energy of love, that energy of light. And I love that there is a sun, a beam of light on my book to remind you of the light you are true, that you are here to spread love, that you are here to spread light. That is what you are. And even if in this moment you don't feel it, you are it. That is the thing, that even in this moment you might not feel it, but you are it, because there lies a timeline in your future and in your past when you knew that truth and when you know that truth. So you are it. So allow yourself to feel that in this moment you are love. Allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to remember that and honor this day as something magical, as a day where you are being led by something greater than you. So that is the story that I have for you today, a story of knowing that you are always being led. Let this remind you that you are always being led. Like I said, even when you don't, even when your mind wants you to think you aren't, reconnect with the truth that you, in every moment, God is leading you. Something greater than you is leading you. Your future self. If there is a desire planted in your heart that your future self planted in your heart, your future self, but also the version. Your future self, to me, now that I'm saying this, that future version of you that you might be looking towards is actually that full potential that God has for you. And so by listening to your heart, listening to the steps that your heart is whispering for you to take, is how you reach that future version of you. But it is that version of you that is in their full potential of what God has destined for you to experience. And it does begin, in my opinion, with truly connect. Ooh, there, a bug just shot in my face. And that journey for me began with connecting with the love within me, the love to be able to move from a place of wholeness, of re remembering the love within me. And for me, I see that as such a pillar and such a foundation in everyone's journey. Because if you want to go out into the world with your dreams, with your passions, with your love, you have to remember that you are love and move in this world from a place of love. Move like the version of yourself that you love. Move like the love being that you are in order to love yourself and then spread that love to others. It starts with that inner love, filling yourself with that love, and then moving in this world with that love. That is why the art of loving is an art. It is a practice of, in each moment, choosing love and choosing the version of yourself that is in connection with that love and remembering that love and not allowing your mind to fall, to push you into the illusions that you are not loved, because that is what my mind did for a period of my life. And that is the journey of this book. It is moving past the illusions of my mind that wanted to limit me, that wanted me to pull me into darkness, that I lived in that darkness, forgetting about my love, forgetting about my light. But the beautiful thing is, through that, I remembered the power of my love, the power of my light that I remind you of every day. A reminder that you are love is what you are. And let my words and also my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, be that for you. A reminder of your love and an awakening to that truth within you. So you can check out my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, down below. Let it remind you of your love. Let it lead you, let it guide you, let it break you free of your mind's illusions and move your consciousness from your head to your heart which is in your intuition, which is in connection with where you are being led, in connection with God that is guiding you, in connection with that future version of you that is the you see in your potential. And it is a painful thing to feel like you aren't in connection with your heart, with that version of you who is love, with that version of yourself that you know has this potential. But the beautiful thing is that life is a journey, and it is about the journey, and in each moment, choosing the steps that are leading you and guiding you to that potential. But also, it is a journey, like I mentioned. The final destination, is there a final destination in life? Or is it about seeing where you can expand more, seeing where you can love more, seeing what you can accomplish more, yes, and what you can create in this life, yes. But all of that is a journey, the beautiful journey of life. And life is about living. There is no like period, I feel like, where you get to and you're like, yes, but it is about constantly expanding. And the beautiful thing is that at one point, my greatest goal was to feel that love within me. And that is what my future self was leading me to then. But now I have other dreams and now I have other goals. And that is the beauty of life, that with each, you can say accomplishment, but with each just like receiving of what you once dreamed of, you unlock more dreams, you unlock more magic, you unlock more things you want to experience. And that is the beauty of life, that you keep expanding, that you keep reaching, that you keep uh, discovering who you are on a deeper level throughout that journey. It is about discovering yourself even on a deeper level. What more can you accomplish? What more can you create? What more can you spread in this world? And that is beautiful. And so It isn't about this constant chase, but it is about flowing and following your heart, your intuition, and following where God is leading you towards in each moment. So remember, you are always being led by something greater than you. And remember that today. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Find my book, I Saw You in the Sunset, down below. And remember that today is a day that anything can happen. Let yourself be surprised by the beauty of life, the magic of life, the greatness of life. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video. So like, comment, subscribe to become part of this soul family. Have a beautiful day. Bye.